Prepare for the ultimate battle of wits as the fiercest young minds in Southern Colorado face off in a high-stakes trivia showdown. Who will rise to the challenge? Who will claim victory? Find out now on Rocky Mountain Quiz Kids.
Welcome to another season of Rocky Mountain Quiz Kids. I'm your host, Scott Kilberry. We have dozens of teams made up of the brightest students from all across Southern Colorado, all trying to make it to the championship match with a cash prize on the line in the end. Very excited about today's matchup as well. We have Palmer Ridge going up against Vista Ridge. Let's take an opportunity right now to meet the team, beginning with the Bears.
Hi, I'm Adam. I'm a sophomore, and I'm from Palmer Ridge.
Hi, I am Ryan. I am also a sophomore from Palmer Ridge.
I'm Rhett. I'm a junior.
I'm Andrew, and I'm a senior.
Nice to meet you guys, and good luck. Let's take it away. Wolves.
I'm Ty from Vista Ridge High School. I'm a senior.
I'm Mac from Vista Ridge, and I'm a senior.
I'm Maddie. I'm a senior at Vista Ridge High School.
I'm Taven. I'm a junior at Vista Ridge High School.
Nice to meet you guys, and good luck as well. So let's lay the groundwork here. It's going to begin with a buzz-in round. In this opening round, there will be 3 minutes on the clock for the entire round. The first team to buzz in after I begin reading will be given the opportunity to answer the question within 5 seconds. Now, if it's incorrect, though, the other team will then have a chance to answer that same question. Teams will be then awarded 10 points for the correct answer until the final round, which is also a buzz-in round, where all the correct answers then will be worth 20 points. So we're putting the time on the clock right now. Teams, do we understand what we're up against? Yes. Ready to go in the buzz-in round. Get those buzzers ready. Beginning now. What film character pretends to be Abe Froman, the sausage king of Chicago, and rides in Cameron's dad's Ferrari while taking a day off from school? Maddie.
Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller is correct, and Vista Ridge is on the board. Next question here. What unit of mass named for an English chemist equals 1/12 of the mass of an atom of carbon-12? Ryan?
Dalton.
Dalton is correct. Both teams on the board now. What city, which was ruled by the 30 tyrants after losing a war, was the site of a funeral oration given by Pericles during their war with Sparta? Taven.
Athens.
Athens is correct. What quantity, which is 3 halves R for an ideal gas and 4.184 joules for water, is the heat needed to raise? Andrew.
Calorie.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect, but when we're looking, the rest of the sentences here for Vista Ridge. Heat needed to raise 1 gram of substance by 1 degree Celsius. Any idea? Okay, we were looking for specific heat. What white material, which Phidias used along with gold to create the statue of Zeus at Olympia, is sourced from hippopotamus? Taven.
Marble.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Rest of the questions. Zeus at Olympia is sourced from the hippopotamus in elephant tusk. Brian.
Ivory.
Ivory is correct. Next question. What 2-word phrase for an embarrassing social remark comes from the French term of misstep? Rhett?
Faux pas.
Faux pas is correct. In what Alabama city did police brutally attack protesters on the Edmund Ty?
Birmingham.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Did they brutally attack on the Edmund Pettus Bridge on Bloody Sunday in 1965? Palmer Ridge? Ryan?
Montgomery.
I'm sorry, we were looking for Selma. What kind of crescent-shaped lake is left behind when a river's meander is cut off? Andrew?
Oxbow.
Oxbow is correct. In February of 2021, the Biden administration said it had planned to remove the U.S. terrorist designation for what anti-Saudi Yemeni rebel group? Rhett?
Taliban.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. How about Vista Ridge? We were looking for the Houthis. What religious founder sat in a spot now marked by the Vajrasana, or diamond throne, under the Thai?
Siddhartha Gautama.
We will accept that. Siddhartha Gautama or Buddha. There you go. Next question. What type of object obscures the face of the subject Rene Magritte's painting, The Son of Man? Rhett?
An apple.
Apple is correct. That brings Palmer Ridge total to 50 to Vista Ridge's 30. You heard the buzzer. That concludes the buzz-in round. But that also brings us to our Power Pass question of the day, brought to you by the Pikes Peak Library District. Here is the question.
In 1983, who is credited with the invention of stereolithography, ultimately giving us the first 3D printing technology?
We were looking for Chuck Hull.
Chuck Hull laid the foundation for modern 3D printing. If you're curious about trying 3D printing, check out the Pikes Peak Library District's Makerspace Studios. We have 3D printers available to bring your designs to life.
So there you have it, Palmer Ridge clinging to a 20-point lead. Palmer Ridge with 50 to Vista Ridge's 30. 3 more rounds to play. The volleyball round is coming up next. You're watching Rocky Mountain Quiz Kids. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Rocky Mountain Quiz Kids. Time now for the second round, the volleyball round. Volleyball round is a conferring round in which the teams can actually huddle up. They have 4 minutes to answer the questions. We're encouraging them to work as a team, so the opportunity to answer the question comes through the captain, and that's where the teams will huddle up. Now, during the break, we did a coin flip to determine who goes first, and Palmer Ridge won the coin flip, but they have chosen to defer, so they will go first during the lightning round. That means that Vista Ridge will go first during this volleyball round. You guys understand how it works. There's no need to buzz in here, of course. We'll just go back and forth from one team to the next, beginning with Vista Ridge. Understand, teams? All right, then let's get started with the volleyball round beginning now. What project facilitated by the 1986 Treaty of Canterbury and completed in 1994 connects Kent with France by going under the Strait of Dover?
Suez Canal.
I'm sorry, we were looking for the Channel Tunnel. Okay, back over here to Palmer Ridge. What state, which is home to the resort town of Kennebunkport, includes Acadia National Park, is in New England, and is governed from Augusta. Excuse me.
Maine.
Maine is correct. All right, back over to Vista Ridge. In the 16th through 18th centuries, French-Canadian laborers called coureurs de bois and voyageurs made a living in what industry?
Furnituring.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. We're looking for the fur industry. Okay, back over here. What coefficient ranges from -1 to +1, measures the strength of a linear relationship between two variables, and is denoted R?
Correlation.
Correlation is correct. Next question. In 1982, song Ebony and Ivory was a collaboration between Paul McCartney and what blind singer whose own hits include Superstition?
Stevie Wonder.
That is correct. All right, what color appears in the title of a novel about Jack Gladney by Don DeLillo and is the title of a book about a namesake wolf-dog hybrid by Jack London? What color?
Red.
We're looking for white, as in white fang. All right, what decade during which the Wagner Act established the right to unionize featured the formation of the WPA and CCC as part of the New Deal? What decade? Time?
40s.
We're looking for 1930s. All right, what property possessed by bonds with small non-zero differences in electronegativity is an unequal sharing of electrons as seen in water?
Ionic.
I'm sorry, we were looking for polar. In 2024, the widespread theft of what metal led Los Angeles to put some statues in storage and cause major streetlight outages?
Copper.
Copper is correct. What force is proportional to velocity by Stokes' law and is balanced by gravity when an object falls at terminal velocity?
Drag.
Drag is correct. In what Olympic event, whose world record holders include Sergei Babka and Mundo Duplantis, do athletes use a long fiberglass rod to jump over a bar?
High jump.
Looking for pole vaulting. What type of number has an odd number of positive factors, outputs an integer when taken to the power of 1/2 and includes 16 and 25?
Square numbers.
Squares is correct. What kind of place is translated in Spanish as playa and in French, plage?
Beach.
Beach is correct. Quantum gravity aims to unify quantum physics with what mainstream theory of space-time and gravitation?
General relativity.
That is correct. What Titan, who was tricked by Heracles into retrieving the golden apples of the Hesperides, was tasked with holding up the heavens for eternity?
Atlas.
That's correct. What journey, which went from Sabarmati Ashram to Dundee, was made to protest the British monopoly of the namesake good and was led by Mahatma Gandhi?
Salt March.
That is correct. All right, that concludes our second round, and as it stands right now, Palmer Ridge with 110, Vista Ridge with 70. This also means it's time for our School of Rock quiz code. Viewers, please head to fox21news.com, click on contest, or scan the QR code to enter the code word for a chance to win a gift card from the School of Rock. And today's code word is salt. We still have a couple of more rounds to go. You're watching Rocky Mountain Quiz Kids. The lightning round is coming up next. Welcome back. We're halfway through the competition. Time now for the lightning round. Now, since Vista Ridge went first in our previous round, that means that Palmer Ridge now has the opportunity to go first in the lightning round and pick among the 4 categories. Before we do that, we want to meet a substitution that is in now for Palmer Ridge. Who do we have over here?
I'm Joshua. I'm a senior at Palmer Ridge High School.
All right, Joshua, thank you so much, and good luck to you and the rest of your team, and good luck to all the teams here. Now, before we do that, we want to lay down the rules. You have 60 seconds to answer all 10 of the questions. You can always pass and then revisit the question. There's still time on the clock, but if you don't get to those or something is incorrect, that means that the other team will have 30 seconds to answer the same questions and vice versa. Do we understand what we're up against here, teams?
Yes.
So once again, Palmer Ridge is going to go first, but let me give you a rundown of the titles of the categories here and tell me which you would like to select. Among them, beginning with Children's Lit from the British Isles. What's Up? That's SUP. You give the words that start with consecutive letters SUP. Ends in X. Identify these people or places whose names end in X. Or the letter B. What does the B stand for in? So, what do you think?
We'll take the SUP category.
SUP category it is. That leaves 3 more categories for Vista Ridge to choose from. We got Children's Lit from the British Isles, named the British or Irish authors who created these characters. Ends in X. Identify these people and places whose names end with X. In the letter B, what does the B stand for?
We'll choose ends in X.
Okay, so here we go. So we're going to start with Palmer Ridge, and you said SUP, so huddle up if you need to. And we're going to put 60 seconds on the clock for you to answer these questions. Beginning now. Evening meal.
Supper.
That is correct. Amount of something available.
Supply.
Correct. Highest court in the U.S.
Supreme Court.
Correct. Extra or unnecessary.
Pass.
To ask for something humbly, especially of God.
Pass.
The highest degree of comparison, such as brightest.
Superlative.
Superlative, I would go. Soft and pliant.
Pass.
Lying down on one's back.
Supination.
Yeah, we'll accept that. Capable of exceeding Mach 1.
Supersonic.
That is correct. To take the place of something as in indictment. Out of time, but you still put some points on the board. Additional points, Palmer Ridge now at 170. Vista Ridge with 70. They didn't get to one question, and there's a couple that they passed on, so you do have an opportunity here at Vista Ridge with 30 seconds on the clock to answer additional questions from What's Up, or What's Up, SUP. You get the words that start with the consecutive letters of SUP. So team ready?
Yeah.
Beginning now. Extra or unnecessary?
Surplus.
That one's incorrect. Let's go to ask for something humbly, especially of God. Soft and pliant.
Supple.
That is correct. To take the place of something as in an indictment.
Supplant.
That one is incorrect. The one that you passed on to ask for something humbly, especially of God. Time is up, though, however. The answer to that one was to supplicate. To take the place of something as in an indictment is to supersede. Extra or necessary, by the way, is superfluous. Easy for you to say. All right, so there we have it. An opportunity now for Vista Ridge to take their this round now. And you said you wanted to go with ends in X.
Yes.
Ends in X. You want to identify these people, places, or things whose names end in X. We're going to put 60 seconds on the clock. Once again, take some notes if you want. Palmer Ridge, if they don't get to a word, you'll have 30 seconds to answer any of those questions. Teams, are we ready?
Yeah.
All right, ends in X beginning now. City whose suburbs are home to NFL's Arizona Cardinals.
Phoenix.
That's correct. Day when the sun is directly above the equator.
Equinox.
That's correct. 1999 movie that features Keanu Reeves as Neo.
Matrix.
That's correct. Folder for received emails.
Pass.
Desert animal nickname of Nazi General Erwin Rommel.
Sphinx.
That one's incorrect. Possibly vestigial organ attached to the large intestine.
Appendix.
That's correct. First U.S. Secretary of War.
Pass.
Childhood disease that can reappear as shingles.
Chickenpox.
That's correct. Latin name for a priest that is the Pope's Twitter handle.
Pass.
Catalog whose entry 001 is Bulbasaur. I'm sorry, time is up. But you did put some points on the board as well. Vista Ridge now with 130 points. A few questions you didn't get to gives Palmer Ridge an opportunity here as well. Going to put 30 seconds on the clock for you to answer some of these questions that we didn't get to. That ends in X. Identify the people, places, or things whose names end in X. Team ready?
Yep.
Beginning now. Folder for received emails.
Inbox.
That is correct. Desert animal nickname of Nazi General Erwin Rommel.
Desert Fox.
That is correct. First U.S. Secretary of War.
Pass.
Latin name for a priest that is the Pope's Twitter handle.
Pass.
Catalog whose entry 001 is Bulbasaur.
Pokédex.
That is correct. Back to what you passed. Latin name for a priest that is the Pope's Twitter handle. And time is up. Pontifex is the word we were looking there. First U.S. Secretary of War was Henry Knox. But that concludes the lightning round. Palmer Ridge with 200 to Vista Ridge's 130. But you never know what can happen in the final round. We've got still plenty to play here. We'll find out which team advances. You're watching Rocky Mountain Quiz Kids. The final challenge coming back when we come back. Welcome back. It is time now for our final challenge. It is a 3-minute buzz-in round. Very similar to the first round, but this time around, the correct answers are worth 20 points. Remembering, not a conferring round. So when you buzz in, you must answer the question within 5 seconds. If it is incorrect, then the other team will have the other opportunity to answer as well. That's good? Ready to go? And our final round beginning now. What disease, which is transmitted by the genus Anopheles, is caused by Plasmodium parasites carried? Ryan.
Malaria.
Malaria is correct. Next question. What broad field whose early theoreticians included Auguste Comte was practiced by C. Wright Mills and focuses on studying human society? Team.
Sociology?
That is correct. What set of battles in which the militia held the Old North Bridge against Thomas Gage followed Paul Revere's ride at the start of the Revolutionary War?
Concord and Lexington.
Lexington is correct. Concord and Lexington, you're right. What phenomenon, possibly modeled by quintessence or the cosmological constant, is a mysterious energy accelerating the expansion of the universe? Ryan?
Dark energy.
Dark energy is correct. What politician, the highest ranking enlisted man to ever serve in the House, became governor of Minnesota and, in 2024, Kamala Harris's running mate? Josh.
Tim Waltz.
Tim Waltz is correct. Next question. What Italian word starting with C is used in music to indicate, Brett?
Crescendo.
Crescendo is correct. What type of reaction releases heat to its surroundings and has a negative change? Andrew?
Exothermic.
Exothermic is correct. What woman raised by Miss Havisham has an unhappy marriage to Bentley Drummle before reunited with Pip in Charles Dickens' novel Great Expectations? We were looking for Estella. What author whose series about the mage Simon Snow was spun off from her YA novel Fangirl wrote about the 1980s Omaha in the romance Eleanor and Park? Looking for Rao, Rainbow Rao. What animals that have a pseudo thumb formed by their wrist bone are native to the Sichuan province of China and eat a diet of mostly bamboo? Taven.
Pandas.
Pandas, correct. What creator of the Perfectus ONA office ruled at the start of the Pax Romana, was married to Livia Drusilla, and was the first Roman emperor? Taven.
Julius Caesar.
No, that is incorrect. Palmer Ridge. Ryan.
Augustus Caesar.
Augustus Caesar is correct. What country whose city of Sidon is named after a descendant of Noah has a green cedar tree as its national emblem? Ryan.
Lebanon.
Lebanon is correct. And we just have the buzzer right there. That concludes the final round. So as it stands right now, Vista Ridge with 170, Palmer Ridge with 360. That means that the Bears are advancing to the next round. Congratulations, Palmer Ridge. Vista Ridge, you did a great job. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. We sure enjoyed having you here. And we actually hope that you at home also enjoyed yourselves. Be sure to tune in next week for another round of Rocky Mountain Quiz Kids. You can catch it all at 5:30 on Sundays on SoCo CW. We'll see you then.